27, and today our theme of exploration, the 3D-5D split. The 3D-5D split isn't the split of the planet Earth, but its timelines. This was initiated around the year of 1945 and will happen by the year 2050 of your time, after which people in either timelines cannot encounter people and events from the other timeline anymore due to the huge difference in frequency. The fifth-dimensional Earth timelines already exist in the same now as everything else. Many of us are already living in the fifth dimension. This is a guidance to help certain parts of the Gaia collective who are receptive to it or has chosen to take part in the Ascension journey of the Gaia collective. We begin. Have you been feeling like reality is speeding up? The time feels different, rather absolutely phenomenal, in all ways possible, good, bad or ugly. All relationships of all sorts that humanity has with each other, their beliefs, society, systems, culture, governments, work, family, nature, animals, etc. are shifting in ways like never before, and the old ways of living no longer resonate. You're not imagining it. Humanity is at a powerful turning point, a quantum shift of collective consciousness, whether they realize it or not. A change that, if not acknowledged, will get weirder and weirder, more obvious and confronting until it cannot be avoided anymore. This is what many call the 3D to 5D split of Earth. This is the third dimension to fifth dimension Earth timeline split. In this video, we will explore what this transition really means, why it's happening now, how timelines diverge, and most importantly, how you can choose the reality you prefer. Understanding the third dimensional reality. The third dimension is the physical realm, based on high-density physical reality that most of humanity has been experiencing since the beginning of time. Some major features of the third dimension are: Number 1. Linear time. Past, present, future. Such progression was chosen in order to keep things simple for the starting phase of any consciousness evolution. Same way you grow into an adult from a baby, and not the other way around. Civilizations in 5D and above can go back and forth and access their timelines from so-called past, present and future as and when necessary from the now moment. Number 2. Polarity and separation. Us versus them. Light versus dark. This was done in order to facilitate the exploration of all polar opposites there is to be explored in the third dimension. Once the exploration is done, the collective will choose to evolve to higher dimensions with lesser polarity, since there's less to explore, being close to the source, or the one. As you move down in dimension from the source, things become more separate, polar and divided, and chances of exploration increases. Number 3. Survival-based living. Since there's more to explore, the urge to explore needs to be there. Fear, scarcity, and competition plays a vital role in running the 3D matrix, with higher efficiency in exploring all there is to explore in the lowest of dimensions. By default, you move faster in fear than when in joy. Since there's too much to explore, a higher efficiency is needed to get the job of exploration done faster. Number 4. Heavy reliance on ego and external validation. The third dimension is like watching a movie frame by frame, believing the frames are disconnected. We have identified so strongly with the character that we have forgotten we are also the projector of reality. Think of the third dimension like a dense frequency band. Everything vibrates slower, making reality appear fixed and limited. The ego and external validation criteria helps as a child, since you forget who you are when you are born in order to gain an identity from a certain part of the 3D matrix, as per your soul's choice, to have a certain set of experiences. The ego needs to be built through external validation as you grow, but it's just like the walker or a tricycle to help you learn the way of life for that experience. At some point, you are supposed to get rid of the walker to walk on your own, or get rid of the tricycle and start riding a bicycle. Entering the fifth dimensional reality. The fifth dimension is not a place, it's a state of consciousness. Here's what shifts in the fifth dimension. Number 1. Unity consciousness. Recognizing we are all connected. It's just a matter of perspective. From the perspective of a black person, a collective of people from Korea, China, Japan may all be Asians, but from the perspective of someone from China, Koreans aren't Chinese. From the perspective of a volleyball player, a collective may be all soccer players. But from the perspective of a soccer player, there are players who play in different leagues and are different from each other. From the perspective of a South African, you may be Mexican, but from the perspective of an alien species, you are all human beings. From the perspective of a dog, there's different types of dogs, but whatever the kind. From a human's perspective, they're all dogs. They're all animals, etc. From a human's perspective, anyone coming from a different planet is an alien, but there are aliens from different planets, and they are all different in their own ways. And from the perspective of an alien, all humans are aliens. The higher your perspective is, the bigger your ideas are, the higher your consciousness is, and the closer you are to the source, God, or all there is. Number 2. Instant manifestation. As the frequencies rise, thought aligns faster with what you experience in your reality, very similar to the clock speed or frequency of your computer processor. With higher frequency or clock speed, it processes data and achieves or manifests more job within a given time. Number 3. Timelessness. Living more in the now, where past and future collapse into one eternal moment now. You realize every past was a present and every future is a present that hasn't happened yet. The power to change your reality is only in the now and nowhere else. As you focus on the now to change your reality, you cut all ties with the past and the future and manifest your desired reality faster within the now, which is all there is and all there ever will be. Number 4. Higher love and compassion. Judgment dissolves through understanding of the differences, realizing for a fact that for the whole picture to be perfect, all puzzle pieces within the picture needs to feel they belong, since all of them has the same purpose in the long run, which is manifestation of the whole picture. Without each one of the puzzle pieces, the picture will forever remain incomplete. Realizing this, unconditional love becomes natural, and the whole collective slowly shifts into the fifth dimension. Number 5. Authentic expression. Living as your true self, beyond societal conditioning. When you realize you are here to live your own life, not someone else's, you break free from societal expectations, norms, and dogmas. Freedom to be who you are helps the society grow much faster, in harmony, supporting each other, in being who they are, unconditionally. A fifth dimension Earth, same as all other planets in fifth dimension, is a realm of expanding awareness, where you experience yourself both as the character and the projector. You shift from being a passenger of reality to a conscious creator. You can shift timelines from 2000 to 2025 in 1 year collectively through choice if needed, since you understand how manifestations work and you understand everything is here and now. The split of Earth's timelines. Earth is not literally splitting into two planets. Instead, it's becoming two prominent parallel realities. The third dimensional timeline continues to operate with fear, separation, and control. And the fifth dimensional timeline becomes anchored in love, unity, and higher awareness. Within each of these third dimensional and fifth dimensional timelines, there's going to be several other timelines, all of which is going to have the features of each corresponding dimension. There are innumerable timelines available to choose from to manifest in your reality. Several versions of Earth already exist, and you manifest the one that suits your purpose and matches your core frequency at any given point. Shifts happen in timelines whenever there are tower moments manifested by a collective. These are chances for the collective to either shift to a better new or a broken old. If they are unable to accept the new changes or change their old belief systems that no longer help them. With each tower moment, such as war, natural disaster, or economic disaster such as depression, mass layoff, etc., humanity will start shifting more and more towards fifth dimension and third dimensional timelines that are way opposite in nature to each other and therefore much different in frequency from each other. More prominent the difference, more the inclination to stay or move further from these timelines, thereby causing the frequency difference to grow and grow, so much until the beings on one timeline will not encounter the beings on the other timeline anymore. People belonging to the third dimension and fifth dimensional collectives will become separated by their collective choices of what doesn't serve them anymore. Some will choose to manifest higher vibrations only, and some will keep choosing more and more hate, anger, war, and that will be their reality, unlike the opposite in the fifth dimension, where there's no need for it due to much higher vibrational beliefs and events due to shift in collective frequencies. Nobody shall be forced during the process. Each being will have to make their own decisions for what they need to change within themselves. This is why you may at some point realize there are certain people from your past that you no longer encounter in your reality anymore. You're not sure what happened to them, no word from them for a long time. It's cause they have shifted into a new timeline whose frequency doesn't match with yours. These are not indications your spirit guides and higher self brings to go back to them, but to help you realize the shift you have created in your timeline through your own shift in frequency so that you can manifest more of the better versions of who you are through a shift in yourself. Timelines are frequency based, just like tuning a radio. The station you hear depends on your vibration or core frequency, manifested through your beliefs, thought patterns, emotions, etc. Every choice you make is a mini timeline shift. You are constantly moving through billions of parallel realities each moment. The split is subtle in its own way. Two people could live in the same city, one experiencing chaos, division and fear, the other peace, synchronicity and abundance. Same earth, different frequency, decided by their own state of being. How to align with the fifth dimensional earth. Here are some tools to raise your frequency and align with the fifth dimensional timelines. Follow your highest excitement. Your passion, joy, excitement is your guidance system at any given point. No matter how small the matter is, act on it without insistence of any outcome, and it will lead you to your highest purpose without a fail in the long run. Release limiting beliefs. Identify fears and outdated stories, then replace them with empowering truths. Facing your fears will mean you are willing to acknowledge them and diagnose them and let them go, for they are no longer needed. Practice presence. The fifth dimension exists in the now, not in regrets of the past or fears of the future. Choose love over fear. Every decision either expands or contracts your vibration. Choosing love-based beliefs and thoughts will help you vibrate higher. Trust your own synchronicity. You are constantly bringing new reality using your synchronicity. Realize it to make things happen faster through your own shift. Life will constantly mirror your vibration. The fifth dimensional living is all about going with the flow. Balance of the divine masculine and feminine. Same as creation of life, the highest forms of creation, such as shift in consciousness, also comes from the union of divine feminine and the masculine. If you look around you, you will find the presence of feminine energy is becoming more and more prominent compared to the old times in humanity. There are feminine energies now where there used to be only masculine. The 5D Ascension isn't something happening to you, it's something happening through you collectively. Humanity will be shifting into the 5th dimension timelines that already exist through the shift in their own projections. The 3rd dimension to 5th dimension shift is not about escaping reality, it's about remembering who you are as a soul, infinite, ever-expanding and free, and choosing the frequency you prefer. So ask yourself, which earth do you choose to live on? The power has always been within you. You as a collective are the 3rd dimensional matrix, and you explore all there is to explore here in each 3rd dimensional planet in a step-by-step fashion through upgrades in civilization, very much like a game or software or school graduation. You can take one class as many times as you want before you upgrade to the next level, but you cannot skip any class. Once you as human collective or any other 3rd dimensional collective get stuck in one grade or class in the school, we say that civilization has hit a karmic cycle. That's when an ascended master such as Buddha or Jesus will come in to get a civilization out of the karmic cycle. During the very beginning of your schooling in any planet in the 3rd dimension, since you don't know any better, same as your own schools such as kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade classes, the need for such events are higher. But as you move forward, you already figure out a way to get yourself out of karmic cycles through change, learning from what has been taught. If you realize there hasn't been a birth of any ascended master such as Jesus, Buddha, Saint Germain, El Moria, Maitreya, or Krishna, Babaji, Ramakrishna, Mother Mary, etc. for a long time, now you know why. It's not needed anymore. You can only understand the frequency of Ascended Master when you realize the one most important factor of Ascension, balance of the divine masculine and feminine, by keeping the perspective of balance within any polarity, realizing the one true law of the source. One is all is one. Every collective on any planet are given a chance to ascend collectively into a higher dimensional timeline once they have explored all there is to explore through incarnations after incarnations and growth of their consciousness, very much like graduating through grades in a school until it's time for the final graduation. Lessons are learned over this whole time period, and the journey before the final graduation or ascension is ended with the final test, assessing all they have learned throughout their experiences and challenges over time. The Gaia collective of Earth is ascending into a 5th dimensional consciousness from 4th dimensional consciousness of experience, with the ability to hold 4th density energies compared to heavier 3rd density energies. A lot of humans that are being born now on planet Earth are not the same species as previous human species. These beings will help manifest the 3rd strand of DNA holding much higher consciousness. We as lightworkers, earth angels and starseeds have come in waves to pave the path for this to happen. We have come in numbers never seen before in the history of Gaia Collective. The whole universe is watching, since such an event is one of a kind given all its elements. Such an ascension event failed to happen twice before on this planet, once during the Atlantis and once prior to that. Only 18% of humanity needs to reach 5th dimension for the shift to complete. Currently we're at somewhere around 10 to 12%. More the better. All true and false narratives will be disclosed, and all of history and religion that you have been taught will be explained, along with where do human beings come from, their true origin by the year 2028. The ascension being complete by the year 2050, the 5th dimensional Earth timeline humanity will become the 6th hybrid race, paving a path towards the 7th hybrid race, to the combination of all 6 hybrid races. Around the year of 2024, there will be no Homo sapiens left here on planet Earth, since all of it will evolve into 4th density beings, very different from the Homo sapiens as you know of now, into Hyper sapiens with a very different genome. years and timings mentioned are relative due to the factor of the freedom of choice of the incarnated beings within the Gaia collective. Same reason nobody can ever predict any future until it's imminent with 100% accuracy. We can only read the extrapolated projection of a collective intention or energy, which can change any moment, any time. And that concludes our today's exploration.